welcome to Astro Reads with AMZN. I am AMZN, and today we are doing the full moon in Aquarius reading for cardinal signs. So that's Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. So let's just get right into it. I have my Modern Spellcasters Tarot deck here as the main deck, and then I also have my Oracle deck here, which we will get some advice from. I'm going to keep these readings particularly shorter just because it has, we're going to be going over, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. So I want to be able to give good messages, nice, accurate readings, and not spend too much time babbling, because I will babble. Okay. So let's first just start with Aries. What we're going to look into today is, what is being brought to the light with this Aquarius full moon. And then, how can you go about taking action about what has been brought to the light under this full moon. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh. What is this full moon in Aquarius illuminating for you? I have selenite here, hematite, and pyrite. Selenite just to keep the energy clear and cleansed, and then hematite here to keep us all protected and grounded, and to send any ill will back to its sender. And then pyrite here to give us courage, strength, to remember why we're doing what we're doing, all of that. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing to the light for you? Nice. And what is the best plan of action in regards to, okay. So let's see. Okay, I like the energy here already. This is wonderful. Okay, so Aries, the first card that came out and what is being brought to the light to you during this Aquarius full moon. We have the Devil here in reverse, so you may have Capricorn placements. Saturn is also still retrograding in Aquarius as well, so the Devil may pop up here because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, as is Aquarius. So you are recognizing the ways that you've been holding yourself back. That is what this full moon is here to show you. You are recognizing the ways that you've been holding yourself back, and even the ways that you've allowed yourself to stay in situations or with be around certain people or in relationships with people that do not have your best interest at mind and keep you on this kind of lower frequency that you don't want to be in, of course, right? So with the Devil here in reverse, you are understanding this. You are understanding okay, this isn't working for me anymore, and I don't want to do that for myself. Or these people that have been around me, I don't really feel that great around them anymore. I don't want that energy here with me. It's been keeping me in this position. So being real, you've been being more real with yourself, being more honest with yourself, and because of that, you're seeing there were ways that you were holding yourself back, and also there were situations that you were in, there were people that you were around that were also holding you back. So it's time to, the action that you can take with the King of Swords here is be real, be direct, and cut things off that need to be cut off. Stop entertaining things because you're bored. Stop entertaining things because you're avoiding feelings or because of comfortability, which often isn't really a thing for Aries, being that you're a cardinal sign. But you can be still very determined about things, and that is where stubbornness can come in sometimes. So allow yourself to release these things for real and be direct about it, and don't leave any loose ends, right? Speak up and be real about what your requirements are, what your boundaries are. And for those in your life that aren't, that are showing you that they don't care about those things in regards to you, cut them off. Any situations that you're in that have been draining you and making you feel low or doubting yourself, end it. That's what this King of Swords is here to say. And at the bottom of the deck for you all, we have the Ace of Swords. So again, all of this clarity, right? That's another thing with the Aquarius full moon, excuse me. Aquarius is a fixed air sign, and air is all about logic, communication, thought, ideology, right? So you are coming to a place where you're getting this new clarity, you're getting this new information. Things are becoming a lot clearer to you, so you can cut away, right? With the swords, you can cut away at the things that no longer work, trimming the fat. That's what it's here for you to do, okay? And then with the Oracle deck here, we're going to get some advice. Okay. Some advice for Aries regarding this spread. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. So what we have here is sacred healing, right? We have the medicine drum as the totem. The crystal here is malachite, which is very powerful. And then we have the number 25. Yes, 25, which breaks down to 7. So, you're understanding how energy is affecting you. You are understanding how to really tap into kind of that, the more intangible things about what's going on around you, right? That energy that isn't just right in your face, but you are allowing yourself to sit and feel these things. And with this sacred healing, that is where you will find yourself recognizing, okay, this isn't working for me anymore, and I'm not about to keep myself here. I'm not about to keep these people around. I'm not about to stay in this situation. So I'm just going to cut all of that off, right? So that can continue to lead you where you would like to actually go. And with the medicine drum, dance. If you haven't been dancing, if you haven't been moving, if you haven't been active as much as you'd like to, move your body around, do the things that you like to do. Today is Friday, that's Venus Day. Give yourself some love, give yourself that space to just do what it is that you want to do. Go outside, get some fresh air, grounding, move your body, like I was saying, and be intentional with that, and do that for you. Release those doubts, release any insecurities, release people and situations that are no longer serving you, so you can continue to move forward. Okay. Next, we have Cancer. So Cancer. We are now in Leo season. And, that means spotlight. The spotlight is going to be on you. I feel like you are really stepping into your power even more, and that is going to really shine the light on you, right? So, what is this full moon in Aquarius illuminating for you? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh. Let's see here. One more shuffle. All right. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is this full moon? I feel some heart space stuff going on. You're releasing. What is this full moon in Aquarius illuminating for you? Yeah, definitely heart space stuff going on here. Maybe even inner child things. Oh, we got 2 cards for that. Okay. And what is the best action to take about this? Another 2 cards came out. Okay, getting active. Like I said, y'all are about to really be in people's faces. As much as, you know, that may make you nervous, or, you know, you may not feel ready for it. You are. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, first we have the 4 of Cups in reverse here. Exactly what I just said. You are releasing, especially emotions, right? You're releasing the ways that you normally do things, right? Because some of those things just don't align. They're not conducive to your growth. They're not conducive to anything productive. So you are recognizing that and kind of opening your eyes a little bit more to see that some of your emotional habits weren't good, and they were keeping you stuck in certain places and making it harder for others to reach you as well. But you are releasing these things now. You are understanding that that change is obviously important, and that these changes are necessary, because this will allow you to be more compassionate without internalizing and absorbing everyone's energy around you. And it leads you to new ways of expressing yourself and of dealing with your own emotions, right? But be wary with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. Be wary of that veering off into kind of an egotism, right? Because like I said, the sun is in Leo now, so we're all going to be feeling ourselves, right? That is Leo's energy, this shining bright light of excellence, right? So you might be feeling better, wanting to be out more, wanting to do more and connect with people more, and that's great. But remember not to overindulge. Remember not to also seek out external validation, from others, because then that's when you start internalizing what other people are feeling, and then holding yourself to those standards when that's not yours, right? So, with some of these changes that are coming, it may make you feel a little bit unsettled. That's what I also feel with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. So, just make sure that you are checking in with yourself about the ways that the changes that you're making are affecting your actions, and how that is playing out in real time, and especially in regards to what you're building and how you want to connect with folks. Okay? So for the action to take, we have the Knight of Wands here. So that's just having more faith and belief in your ideas and putting them in motion. Having faith in your capabilities and going out there and doing things, and not being afraid to just put yourself out there. Now with the Knight of Wands, you do want to still be careful with, just jumping into things head first without thinking about them, or even enforcing your will too harshly, or dominating, trying to control everything, right? So make sure you're aware of that, but that doesn't mean to not have confidence in yourself, or to stand by the things that you want for yourself, and what it takes to bring that into fruition. And then we also have the 3 of Cups here. So, take more time for yourself too, and enjoy the connections that you're making. Be around people that make you feel good, right? You are very intuitive, and you know when somebody's energy just doesn't feel good. So be around those who actually feel good to you, and speak life into you, and are also compassionate and understanding, and are also doing their own things, right? You don't want somebody you don't want to be around people that don't have anything really going for themselves, in the sense of they just don't have a sense of self. So then now they're just attaching to you because their sense of self is now you. So, celebrate, enjoy what's been happening, enjoy the change, embrace it, and continue connecting with people, continue putting yourself out there. Okay, Cancers? Yeah, because we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, you are ready. Like I said, you're going to be in people's faces whether they like it or not. And that's on them, right? Like I said, don't let that make your head get big, though. Don't blindly jump into things, and don't try to be extremely forceful about what you want and how you do things, and not leaving space for people to show up as they are. Okay? And then some advice for this spread. Let's see. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's some advice for the lovely crabs regarding this spread? I feel like you all have been like kind of just pondering things, thinking about things, or you've been getting like downloads and messages. I feel it on the top of my head. There's just been a lot that you're considering and thinking about, and giving, this mental energy to. Don't exhaust yourself, and don't cause yourself worry, okay? Any advice for Cancer regarding this spread? Okay, well, it doesn't seem like anything wants to come out. Oh, ha. Something did come out, though. Oh, nice. Dance. This is wonderful. The totem here is a rattle. The crystal is, what's this say? Boulder opal. Boulder opal is beautiful. This is really what it looks like, and it's gorgeous. And the number here is 9. 9 is a number of independence and just being secure in yourself, and that's exactly what I was feeling. You are just stepping into this new space where you have a bit more confidence in yourself and the things that you're doing, and celebrate. Like I said, celebrate. 3 of Cups. This is definitely what I feel. Dancing, moving your body, letting that joy flow through you in that way. And rattle as a totem, not only is it cleansing, right? You're clearing your energy field as well, but it also invites abundance into your life. It invites joy into your life and keeps what doesn't need to come in out, right? So do this for yourself. Celebrate yourself. Dance. Dance, move your body. Get out in nature if you haven't been, and keep these things in mind. Keep checking in with yourself. Keep putting faith in yourself, faith in your capabilities, and you'll continue to see where that leads you. All right? All right. So, let's get into Libras now. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I feel like Libra had a particularly, emotional Cancer season. We all had an emotional Cancer season, right? But, Libra, there was a lot of decisions that you had to make. A lot of things that needed to end so that new things can begin. So let's see what this Aquarius full moon is illuminating for you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. What is this full moon in Aquarius illuminating for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? I feel like, okay, that's nice. I was gonna say, I feel like you all are kind of in recovery mode right now. But with what just came out, you're also feeling inspired. So let's see. And what action can you take? Let's see. In regards to what's being illuminated. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, the first card that came out here is the Page of Wands. So, you know, you have, like I said, you might have had a particularly emotional Cancer season, but you're in this kind of recovery mode, and you are, especially now that we are in Leo season, you're feeling a little bit more passionate, a little bit more inspired, right? You're thinking about certain things, and what you're ready to put your energy towards, right? That's what the Page of Wands is here to show you. You are allowing yourself to open up more to possibilities for you, allowing yourself to be a little bit more inspired by what is going on within you, but also what's going on in your life and in the world, right? So with that, you want to make sure that you, again, aren't allowing yourself to be wildly overwhelmed by maybe all the inspiration, all the ideas, all the things that there are to do, and focus in on something, right? Because the page, you know, pages are still kind of in the concept phase, right before you get to nights, where they're actually, all right, we're going to go and do this now, right? So all these ideas that are swirling, all this inspiration that you feel, that you're connecting with, that are calling to you, right? Just take your time going through those things, and remember that whatever it is that you are about to embark on, or whatever it is that is bringing up this inspiration, is it takes time to build, right? And so, interestingly enough, the action, right, to take, and I'm taking this as more something to be aware of. Again, we're in Leo season, and with the moon in Aquarius, those are opposite signs. So there can be conflicts that do arise, especially ego conflicts, right? So with the Five of Swords here, you can, the potential to get into petty arguments, or have like exchanges of words with folks, is a little bit higher. So be aware of your ego. Be aware of, not being petty. Be aware of picking your battles. Basically, that's what this is saying. Pick your battles accordingly. A lot of things are not worth the pettiness, or not worth going back and forth with people about, because it's more so just about, like, you all are not on the same page, and that's okay. If you're not on the same page with someone, things don't always work out the way that you want them to, and sometimes you're not going to connect with people in the ways that you thought, or maybe you were and now you're not, because there's changes happening, life is happening. So as those things may arise, be aware of the battles that you choose, because not everything needs that type of energy, or needs to be entertained in that way. It's okay to just walk away from certain things with grace, right? You can say, I'm not going to do this with you. We can talk about this another time, and let it be that, right? Like, you don't have to go back and forth with people and make it a whole thing now, because that's just, So like I said, with at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ace of Wands again. So like I said, you are feeling inspired. You have these new ideas. You're ready to kind of go in this new direction. Just remember not to let that overwhelm you. Let, you know, the magnitude or the frequency of how much inspiration comes to you, don't allow that to overwhelm you. And, you know, just pick one thing. Pick one thing and start there. And as you continue to move forward, do that, you'll see what you need to do, okay? But you got to be honest about those things, and you have to pick your battles wisely and say what you need to say, all right? Ooh. So, yeah, my head's a little dizzy here. There's a lot going on up there, Libra. It's okay. So let's see if there's any advice regarding this spread. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see. Any advice regarding this spread for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Not. I'll give you one more shuffle. I guess not, but you know what? We're going to look at the bottom of the deck here, the Divine Feminine. You know, the moon is representative of feminine or receptive energy. Cancer rules the moon. Being that the moon is full, there's a lot that is coming to the light for you. So tap into that, okay? Tap into your feelings. Tap into what is coming up for you, what you need to release, what you need to embrace, and be honest, okay? The symbol here is the moon, and the crystal is black moonstone, and the number here is 10, which breaks down to 1. So again, coming back to self, you. Be here with yourself. Be real with yourself. Feel through things. Acknowledge those feelings. And then have a plan of action for those, okay? You can do it. And lastly, Capricorns. Let's see. What is this new full, I don't know why I want to call it a new moon. We just had one. This full moon in Aquarius. What is this full moon in Aquarius illuminating for you, Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see. What is this full moon illuminating for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. And what action should be taken in regards to what is brought to the light? Interesting. Okay. I'm actually going to leave it like that. I feel pressure on my head too. You all have also been thinking, I know I've been, being a Capricorn sun, I know I've been thinking about a lot of things. I feel like there's been a lot of, you know, your intuition tapping on you like, hey, right? And it's Let's give it a listen, okay? So the first card that came out here was the Star. So you may have Aquarius placements. Again, the moon is in Aquarius, so here we are. This is Aquarius's card. You are recognizing the ways in which you are watering yourself now, and the ways in which you need to continue watering yourself so that you can cultivate community. A lot of the time, Capricorn, we feel like, alone. We feel isolated. We feel like people don't really see us beyond what it is that we do. And interestingly enough, Capricorn rules the 10th house, which is the house of career and public image, but also community power, right? Being able to make moves within your communities and putting that energy in that way. So I think that what this full moon is showing you is that you have that power inherently, right? Like, you can really move people. You can really connect with people in such a way that that will change the way that they see things, whether they fight you on it or not. Because that's definitely another thing. A lot of the times we bring about change for people in ways that they maybe aren't ready to recognize, or maybe ways that they do and are aware of, but aren't ready to actually act on. And sometimes it's just us being ourselves in the ways that we are, and that triggers that within them. Or it's us seeing like, hey, and telling them like, hey, maybe this is better, or maybe consider doing this, or do this for yourself, whatever. And a lot of the times it's not well received. So I say all that to say, remember when you are, again, enforcing your will too much on someone. When you recognize maybe someone's not receiving what you're saying, turn it back to yourself and be like, okay, how can I continue to water myself even though this isn't being received, or this isn't being understood? How can I continue to show and express and lead by example, right? You do that by watering yourself first. You do that by recognizing, okay, when things aren't working, and just letting it be, letting it breathe, being like, okay, we'll come back to this, or letting people be where they are and you are where you are, and you're not trying to do their work for them, right? So, because that's not community. That's just like you doing everybody's work. You want to also be able to connect with people and show them that you are also vulnerable, that you're not perfect, and you need help too. Okay, don't be afraid to ask for help. And that's the other part of community, right? It's an even exchange still. So if you feel like maybe you're not being supported by your community, consider the ways that, are you showing support? Are you showing up for your community in certain ways? And if you aren't, then start doing that, and you'll be able to see the shift, right? Because with the Two of Wands here in reverse, you don't want to start wondering about the next thing and looking off at what someone else is doing, or comparing yourself to anybody else, because that's going to get you off track, and it's going to bring in doubt. It's going to bring in insecurity, and then again you'll start to try to enforce your will too much on others, and not give them the space to show up as they are, just like you want the space to show up as you are, right? So with this Two of Wands in reverse here, remember that in order to cultivate community, it requires presence, and it requires an even exchange. So if you feel like you're neglected by your community, consider the ways that maybe you're neglecting yourself, or the ways that you might be neglecting them, and make those adjustments, right? And that requires you to be present. That requires you not to compare yourself to what other people are doing in their journeys. That requires you to think about your intentions and why you want to do things. Why do you want this support? Why do you want to connect with people in this way, right? Keep those in mind too. Yeah, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Cups. So, you know, you are ushering in this this kind of new way of emoting, right? And also doing that will bring new people to you, even a love interest. You know, that's what I feel with the Knight of Cups too. Like sort of clearing the smoke, or even just dropping the guard just a little bit to show your humanity, to show your humility, right? That's what the star is also about. Aquarius is very much about community as well. So think about those things and consider the ways that you water yourself and how that translates into the ways that you water your community. Okay? And so, lastly, let's get some advice. Advice for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding this spread. Let's see. Ooh, 2 cards came out. All right. Yes, exactly. See, this is why I love energy work so much. Okay, the first card here, self-expression. And what's the totem? Water. And the crystal is Larimer. And the number here is 26, which breaks down to an 8. I can't make this up. 8 is the number of karma, right? What you put in, you will receive. Same thing here. Same thing here. How are you watering yourself? How are you talking to yourself? How are you expressing yourself and showing up as you are, right? Because that is what people really love about you, when you do show up as you are. And you lead by example. That is what this is saying. Wow, I have chills right now because this is just so amazing. And the next card that came out is Healer. The totem is a shaman or shamanka, so man or woman, right? Numite is the crystal here, and the number is 14, which breaks down to a 5. So change, right? This is wonderful, again, because it's about you first. How are you healing yourself first? You might even feel called to be in a field of healing, whether it's energy work, healthcare, fitness, anything of that nature, where people are coming together in community, or therapy, right? You could be a therapist, a social worker, whatever the case may be. Something that requires a community, right? We cannot heal in isolation. We need to be there for each other. Even though healing is still very much a unique and individual process, we still need our tribe. And we still need to know that we are able to connect with other people that are experiencing similar things. We can share those experiences and be there for each other and be there for ourselves. You are, as much as people like to say that Capricorns are robotic and we have no emotions and we're cold and we're this and we're that, we are the sea goat. Sea goat. We have very, very deep emotions. Cancer is our opposite sign, so we are very intuitive still, and we can see where we can help people, right? Capricorn also rules the bones. So just think about, your skeleton, right? That is the frame for you. We can look at the bare bones of things and see, okay, this needs to do this, or this doesn't need this, or here's what's happening beneath the surface, right? That's a very intuitive thing still. So tap into your intuition if you haven't been, and just think about the ways that you can water yourself. Okay? Wow, that was lovely. I hope that these resonate with you all. I appreciate you coming to check these readings out. If you would like a personal reading, I am open for those, and I will leave that information in the description box. You can also leave a tip if you'd like, and I will leave that information in the description box. Please like and share with the homies. Subscribe, put your notifications on so you can see when I upload these videos and be the first ones to watch. And I hope that this full moon in Aquarius treats you all well. There's lots of energy coming through, lots of energy for action and community, so, and freedom, right? So consider those things for yourself. Know that you deserve those things, and they will come to you. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next month.